Hey guys, it's J19 brought to you another live stream. Yes, I am back with more live stream. We're going to talk about Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. So if you guys are new here, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for love and support as always. And yes, I will be back streaming more content on Twitch and also making more YouTube content as well. Just gonna sit here and chill. We're gonna listen to this music for a little bit. We'll get started in the next minute or two. And make sure we get everybody in here that wants to chit chat. And so yeah, hope everybody's doing good. If you guys are watching this later on YouTube, I appreciate you guys a ton. Yes, we're gonna rehash Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. We're gonna go through this trailer probably a few times. We're gonna watch it once or twice. I want you guys to give your honest opinion about it if you want to discuss it. But if not, this probably be just a short and simple video for me to talk about what I think is going to happen, what I want to see in Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Because you know what, I was watching some reactions of Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth earlier today. So you know what, I think it's time, right? I think it's time to talk about Rebirth a little bit because let's face it, everybody's hype about Final Fantasy 16. But of course, you guys know that we are still like 7 to 8, 9, 10 months away from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth launching. And I feel like it's about time where we start seeing a little bit of marketing from this. And I know what everybody's going to say. Everybody say, look, J19, you gotta listen to this. Like, Final Fantasy 16 is like Square Enix bread and butter for this year. Like, they can't start marketing other games. I'm thinking to myself, well, if that's the case, then why would Square not allow us to, like, why would not allow us to, but I'm a little off traffic today. It's been a long day, been a long weekend. What I'm trying to say is, like, if that was the case, then why is Sony like marketing multiple games, right? Why is Capcom marketing multiple games like Resident Evil 4 remake? Then they got Street Fighter 6. They got, Monster Hunter Rise coming to all these platforms. Like, they got multiple projects being announced, being marketed, and stuff like that. That's not stopping them from doing that. So what's the difference between Square and Capcom? Why can't Square have a couple games being announced and marketing for this year, right? Like, the marketing for 16 started last year, right? At June. And we every couple 2-3 months we got what? We got update on Final Fantasy 16, right? Leading up to launch. We're going to still get a lot of stuff for 16 leading up to launch as well. We're going to get the demo. We're going to get the pre-celebration launch on June 11th. We got more information like endgame, all that good stuff, right? So if that started like back in June of last year, wouldn't it make sense that Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth would also have that happen as well? It doesn't make any sense that why would they not have Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth being marketed as well if Capcom's able to do that, if everybody else is able to do that, And we're gonna pause this because I don't want to listen to this yet. Anyways, we're almost at 8.5 minute mark in the stream. I think it's time for us to watch this trailer a few times. Just take it all in. Just take it all in, see what it has to say. If you guys haven't checked this out last year, if you're coming here kind of new, just remember that there's going to be probably some spoilers, some things that are going to make you go, what's going on? I'll try to explain things, and the best of my ability is not to spoil the story, the game. With that said, let's get right into this, right? 3, 2, 1, let's go.
What we've done, that's set in stone. The past is forever. But the future, even if it has been written, can be changed. So focus on the future, not the past.
Still so interesting.
He wants to finish what he started. He wants to reclaim his birthright and rule over the planet with Genova at his side. I saw you lying there. I figured it was too late.
Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter?
You were here with me 5 years ago. Where are you? What happened to you?
I'm trying so hard to find you.
Sorry. Feel like I failed you.
Just so crazy. Rebirth, yeah. There you go. First time watch. If you're watching this later on, you haven't seen the trailer. Well, now you have. Yeah, this trailer shows. I know it's just a teaser. It doesn't show a whole lot. But I'm definitely so hyped for it. Like next winter, which is this winter, is 2023, and everybody said, "Oh, it's not going to be out." Like everybody said the same thing for Crisis Core Reunion, but guess what? They launched it on December of 2022, like they said it's going to. Time and time again, they said the development for Rebirth has been gone significantly smoother, buttery smooth. It's been like drastically improved, like drastically fast. Like there's no hiccups, no delays. Like Katase and everybody's like so confident that this game is gonna be out like this winter. Like it's coming out this winter. Like even Katase said that yeah, when the closed beta for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis comes out, like Rebirth's gonna release like come out shortly afterwards, like just soon after. That's what he's saying. To me, that's like yeah, they say winter of this year, but does that mean that they have to release it like that? No, they actually can release this game sooner or later than this winter. It depends how fast development is, like how fast they can get things going. Um, yeah, they're not going to have like heavily marketing for around same time 16 comes out. That's not the best way to do things, but they can start marketing this thing. I'm gonna say probably a little earlier, right? And I think that Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 16 is gonna be fine. It's already got its marketing. It's already got the hype train. It's gonna get a demo like 2 weeks before it launches. So like 16's fine. Like Square knows it's gonna sell. Sony knows it's gonna sell. So shoot, Sony. If you guys haven't heard, Sony's done a PS5 bundle for Final Fantasy 16, which you can pre-order it at the PlayStation Direct, PS Direct, or you just type in Google, and you can pre-order Final Fantasy 16 PS5 bundle, which is digital or physical, at May 4th. It's going to be live for pre-orders. So, which means is you're not going to get the PS5 until the game drops. So, and it's not a physical game. It's a digital code that allows you to play the game. So that's how they're going to work that thing. So everybody's worried about the marketing for 16 being interrupted by 7 Rebirth because Final Fantasy 7 is huge. That's not the case. If that was the case for Capcom, Capcom's like, look, we can't talk about a Street Fighter. We can't talk about Monster Hunter Rise coming to other platforms. We can't do all that because we got to get Resident Evil 4 out, right? We can't have trailers. We can't have showcases. We can't. Did Capcom say any of that? No. Capcom does what Capcom does. And to me, I have to reiterate it again. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth can start marketing. So when do you think we're going to get marketing for this game? I think, as I said before, the PlayStation Showcase is floating around right now, right? Everybody says before E3, E3 crashed because everybody's pulling out. They said, look, we're going to cancel E3 this year. We got the Summer Games Fest. Sony's really linked in with Jeff Keighley. Everybody don't really don't care about that. There's also the Summer Games Fest, Gamescom, I should say. So we got all that happening, right? And the word is like for like a lot of people are talking about this showcase, saying the showcase is going to happen either in May, late May, or early June, before June 8th, before the Summer Games Fest, right? Because Jeff Keighley will want to be hyping up the PlayStation Showcase, because PlayStation Showcase be like, yeah, we're part of Summer Games Fest, and check us out. You know, they'll have blockbuster drops, which I talked about before, what I think is going to happen at the PlayStation Showcase. So, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You guys are probably wondering, okay, so what does that have to do with Rebirth? I think because everybody's talking about, and even Sony's kind of hinting, that the PlayStation 5 showcase that's going to happen earlier this year. I mean, later on this year, probably within next month or tomorrow, or yeah, in May or early June. They're going to talk about the second phase of the PS5, right? Because the first phase of the PS5 is almost ending. And like I said in my other videos, Final Fantasy 16 is the very end of the era of the first phase of the PlayStation 5. What a way to end the first phase, right? how do you start marketing for the phase 2, right? How do you get people excited for the second half of 2023 and 2024 and beyond, right? What do we need to see what's going to happen, Sony? What do you have to show us? Who's involved? Spider-Man 2, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. You got Stellar Blade. You got Silent Hill 2 remake, possibly Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. You got Wolverine. You got Death Stranding 2, Part 2, whatever you want to call it. Those are the second phase of the PlayStation 5 era. Yes, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is like the second game, maybe between second to fourth game on that list to start off the second phase of the PS5. So the second phase of the PS5 is going to have even more PS5 only titles because Sony's starting to move on. Square Enix is starting to move on. Capcom hopefully will start to move on. And so I think that we are going to get another trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I would not be shocked since by then we'll be like, what, 7 to 8 months out. Where does marketing usually start for a lot of games? They start about 6 to 8 months out before release. Usually. Is there delays? Yes. A lot of games do get delays. Like, we even saw that with God of War Ragnarok, got delayed. Pragmata got delayed. Horizon Forbidden West got delayed. Spider-Man 2 didn't get delayed. It's on pace for this fall. It's on pace for September. So Final Fantasy VII Rebirth having all these smooth development, and Sony is being heavily involved because I watched a video just a little bit ago, and I forgot this, that Sony is heavily involved in Final Fantasy VII Remake Project, the trilogy. They are heavily involved in Final Fantasy 16. They're heavily involved in all these projects, right? So Sony knows that we got all these games that we got to start marketing for. If the PlayStation Showcase does happen, Rebirth's going to be there. So with that said, we're going to check out this trailer one more time. We're going to break it down, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So we're going to replay this from the start.
What we've done, that's set in stone. The past is forever.
I'm going to let her
The future,
talk.
even if it has been written, can be changed. So focus on the future, not the past.
Okay. So what she's saying here is look, what's done is done. We can't change the past. The past. What happens in the past happens. Yes, the future's already written, but here's how I'm figuring. But from here on out, ever since what happened at the end of Remake, right? Everybody's going nuts over this. Everybody's like, what the hell does this all mean? To me, it means that, yes, everything's been written by the original game, right? For Final Fantasy VII. But here's the thing. She's saying is, things can change, right? We instead of focusing on the past, let's focus on the present, right? The future. Because what's done is done. Crisis Core happened. Final Fantasy VII Remake happened. We got to move on, right? Because things are written. She knows what's going on, right? She has an understanding of what the heck's going on. Like, she knows that there's a final step that she must take to be able to, like, oh yeah, I gotta do this, right? I gotta do this thing, because if I don't, then yeah, it's like then I won't be able to save the planet. So it's like she knows what's gonna happen. She says, look, we can't change the past, but things are written. We already know. I kind of know what's going on. And she's like, look, we got to focus on the present and the future, not the past. Like, that's all done, right? What would become of the planet? So they're asking us as a player, like, so since everything is written but can be changed, what would become of the planet? Is the planet going to still suffer the same fate as the original game? Or is things going to change where the planet ain't going to suffer the same fate? They're asking us questions. So to me, I think that, yeah, that's what I'm thinking that's going to mean. What I think is going to happen is, I think things are going to change. I think we're not going to have a one-for-one remake like everybody thinks. Oh, they could screw everything from remake. Say, look, we messed up. Everybody's pissed off. We're just going to go one for one remake. No, they're not. And interviews and everything they have done, is not a one-for-one remake. It's not. This is just like, hey, we're gonna do this thing. We're gonna tell the story that we always wanted to tell, and this is it, right? So what would become of the planet?
He wants to finish what he started. He wants to reclaim his birthright and rule over the planet with Genova at his side.
So Cloud is explaining what Sephiroth's plan is, right? His plan is he wants to rule this planet with Genova at his side. Like, he's the ruler of this planet. He's you know, he wants to become one with the planet, right? That's what he says. So they ask us, what is Sephiroth's endgame? What is his endgame? Cloud kind of just told us the endgame, right? Like, Cloud just says this is what I think the endgame is. He wants to have Genova at his side. He wants to be a ruler of this planet. But what is something that Sephiroth likes to do? He likes to deceive. He likes to manipulate. He tells you one thing, but he's doing another. But sometimes he's real cryptic. Sometimes he tells you exactly what he's going to do, right? He's going to do that. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what's going to happen.
I saw you lying there. I figured it was too late.
Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter?
So again, Cloud is like saying, "Hey, I saw you lying there. I thought you died," and Tifa's confused, and she's like, "Wait a minute. Like, are you sure about this? Like, are you saying I didn't die? Like, you said I died? Like, are you saying I'm some kind of imposter? Like, I'm not sure what happened in that scene. Like, that just tells me that Cloud's trying to tell his story of what he remembers, and Tifa's a little confused. Like, whoa, what? Wait a minute. So does that mean like I'm an imposter in your story or something? Like, what's going on with that? But here's the main thing: the scene that they showed us that said what is fact and what is fiction. They showed us the scene with Aerith, right, and the materia, her materia. Um, to me, I just looking back at this, like, it gets me excited. Like, what is fact? What is fiction? Like, is Cloud having all these visions that we saw in remake? Are they of the future? Like, are they fact that's gonna happen? Or are they fiction? Like, it's not gonna happen. Um, that's what I'm thinking it is. Like, what's gonna happen to Aerith? Like, is Sephiroth endgame the same that Cloud thinks? Does Cloud, you know, is like all the characters, like everything they're gonna go through, is it fact or fiction? It's it gonna remain the same or not? Is it gonna be different this time around? Like we don't know. Like, this is why I'm like I want to talk about this. Is, it's been a while since we talked about Rebirth.
You were here with me 5 years ago. Where are you? What happened to you?
I'm gonna tell you right now. A lot of people are confused about this scene right here. This part right here, this dialogue, I just paused it afterwards. It is not Zack talking. That is Cody Christian talking like Cloud. What trailers do, and I'm gonna tell you this, guys, right now. What trailers do is they put dialogue in these scenes, and people's like, so that's what that means. No, it's a diversion. It's a diversion. Look at God of War Ragnarok. Everybody's looking at all the dialogue in that trailers. No, that's not where the dialogue's been said. Like, the dialogue is said in these trailers to make us think that this is what's all about. Cloud in the Japanese trailer, which I listened to, he says the name Zex. Zex. He's talking about Zack. Like, I remember like being with you 5 years ago. Like, where are you? Like, Cloud's having recollection of Zack. Like, he remembers Zack. I don't know if like he's either just out of the blue he just remembers who Zack is, or he meets up with Zack. We don't know. We don't know how this game's gonna unfold. But to me, people's like confused about this, and I'm like, no, look, this is Cloud talking to Zack. This is Zack. This is Cloud's lines to Zack.
I'm trying so hard to find you.
Sorry.
And Aerith is saying, I'm trying so hard to find you. So what does that mean, guys? It means that Aerith is looking for Zack, right? I'm trying so hard to find you. Or maybe it's the same dialogue that she talks to Cloud. Like, I'm trying so hard to find you, the real you, Cloud, because I know this is a facade. This is not the real you. Like, cut the act. We all know who you are deep down. Like, she got him to break character, and you guys all saw that remake. Like, he broke character quite a few times. Like, and that's like, yeah, that's the Cloud that we all know. The Final Fantasy VII fans that know the truth. Um, so either she's talking to Cloud, like, I want to know the real you. I'm trying so hard to find you, but again, the trailer is meant to throw us off because with the dialogue. Like, you go, okay, so Zach's up front. You see his face, and she's like, I'm trying so hard to find you. Is that saying she's talking to Zach? Could be. She's like, hey, look, I'm trying so hard to find you. Like, where are you, Zach? I feel your presence. Where are you? Like, this is not normal. But where are you? Or she's talking about Cloud.
Sorry. Feel like I failed you.
And like, that's Zach. Zach is speaking at that line, right? That's Zach.
Sorry. Feel like I failed you.
That is Zach speaking. Who is he speaking to? Sorry, it feels like I failed you. To me, by that tone of his voice, I think he's talking about Aerith. I know he's close to Cloud and stuff, like, but it's for Aerith. I think he's talking about Aerith there. I think that's, again, the trailer throws you off because it shows Cloud and Zach, right? So you figure, okay, if Zach's talking about Cloud, I'm sorry, bro, I couldn't keep you safe. Man, just I wish I could have kept you out of that situation where you're all screwed up, right? Zach's I don't think Zach's talking about that. I think he's talking about, hey, sorry I failed you. Like, I'm sorry I failed to come back to you when I told you I would, like after the mission's over. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm sorry, Aerith. Like, I think that's what he's talking about. Um Alright, now Rebirth. Everybody's wondering, why are they using the name Rebirth, right? Why can't they just call it Final Fantasy 7 2 or Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2, like Dash 2 or something, right? Why did they chose Rebirth? What's remake and rebirth have to do? A recreation, right? Something brand new, something that, something's been remade and something new, right? Like, you having it's not a birth, it's a rebirth. Like, you've been born again, right? You was alive once, or it was there before, like old, but now you're new. You've been reborn. It's a rebirth, right? Remake. Nomura says, I cannot wait to tell you guys what the title meaning is for remake and for rebirth, and I cannot wait to tell you what part 3 is going to be called, because they're all going to link together. It's a theme. It's a running theme for Final Fantasy VII Remake or Final Fantasy VII R trilogy. Remake, you're remaking something, right? You're remaking something from what it was. Rebirth, it's a rebirth from the old life, the old thing that was. It's rebirth to something new. And what's the final game going to be about? It's going to be about the same thing, or maybe it's going to be, okay. So you got remake, rebirth. So when you remake something, it's rebirth, right? Reborn into something new. So in that process, so we have to figure out what part 3 is going to be called. It could be a number of things. Um, I'm not going to try to list it off the top of my head. Who knows? I'm not here to predict that. But that's what rebirth means. Now, everybody said, what about the red? What's that red means, right? Red is like daunting, right? It's like, it's a dawn of a new era. Like, when the sun rises, like, it's kind of red, or sun sets. Like, to me, that's for, like, I think it's going to be like, it's a daunting, like, things about the, like, things about to happen. Like, something bad's gonna happen at the party. Like, something big, something major. And I just feel like it's gonna be like one of those things that's like, yeah, look, like, it's gonna be something that we definitely got to look out for, because they said we're in for a ride. It's gonna be like a more and like gripping experience with the characters and the story that even remake had. Like, remake had like a lot of a lot of like new stuff in it. It's like, whoa, like what the hell's going on? Like new experiences. Like this is amazing. Like this is like out of this world. Like, but Rebirth's gonna have even more like new changes, new story moments that just gonna shock the crap out of us. I think that's what they're setting us up for. This means it's daunting. Red is usually not a good sign. So prepare yourselves for. They said that remake is all about this theme about loss, right? It's about loss. Everybody says, well, everybody's surviving. You know, what about everybody in the Sector 7 slums? And Zach's alive, and Biggs is alive, and Jesse could be possibly alive, and Wedge. You know, we didn't see Wedge die on camera. They all suffer loss. It's not because loss means death. I mean, they could say, yeah, Final Fantasy 7 is all about life and death. No, it's about loss. It could be a loss of a loved one. It could be a loss of a home. It could be a loss of something. Like you lost your identity to yourself, or you know, just making up examples here. You know, and of course, again, just to confirm you guys right here, it's PS5 only. It's not coming to PS4. I keep telling people this. It's like it's not coming to PS4. It's a PS5 exclusive title. And look, you got to realize that. So you want the same stuff. You want texture pop-ins. You want like the game to be more crowded. You want it be more linear. You want to be like how remake was with hidden loading. Like you had to squeeze through things for about 20 to 30 seconds. And you know, level design is not the greatest. I mean, then they'll make it for the PS4. But they didn't go that route. They went with a PS5 route, right? Because they can load in assets a lot faster, right? They can they can have more stuff on the screen at once. They can have ability now with the power of the speed and the power of the PlayStation 5. I said power twice. But you guys get the drip, right? Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it where, okay, PS4 version was fine. We did the remaster version integrated. It had the DLC. Everybody's excited about that. A lot of people were kind of mad it wasn't on PlayStation 4, but like I keep telling you guys, it's a bridge between PS4 to PS5. And guess what? They said ever since then, they took on a new development structure. I'm gonna tell you what that's all about. Why I quoted that. Um, and now everything's buttery smooth. They Rebirth's on track for this winter, and they already started development on part 3 already, and Nomura's heading that, and Katase's excited to talk more about Rebirth later, and it's just like, to me, that just shows you that we are real close to this game start marketing. They can start marketing when the PlayStation Showcase happens. If it doesn't happen, then either Sony and Square is just so worried about the marketing of Final Fantasy 16. But at this point, it's like, look, pre-orders are out. I mean, the collector's editions are being sold on eBay for like double the amount almost. You got, you know, people are really excited. Like 1.4, let's see, 1.4 million views on the Final Fantasy 16 state of play. Like a lot of new people say, you know what, I'm not into Final Fantasy, but Final Fantasy 16 looks great. Like it looks insane. I cannot wait to play it. And that's marketing. It's working for them. So now Sony's like, look, we can keep this momentum going with PlayStation 5. We do a showcase, and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is another big name title, right? They can have Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth and Spider-Man 2. Everybody says, what about the launch trailer for Final Fantasy 16? Here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. Let's say Sony does a PlayStation showcase in May. Would you want a launch trailer a month before the game comes out? Or you think they're going to save it for the pre-launch celebration when they talk more about the game and they drop the demo? What better way to drop the demo with a launch trailer and says, the demo's available now. Go play it. Like June 11th to June 22nd, you can carry over your save progress over to the main game. That's the way to hype the game up, like Resident Evil 4 Remake. Play the demo 2 weeks before the game launches, bam. Game's out and sold like 3 million copies like just over the weekend. Like that's nuts. That's what Square wants to do, right? Square and Sony wants to make money. Why do you think they made for Final Fantasy 16? 7 Rebirth is the same way. Final Fantasy 7 is a big name franchise. I know a lot of people get sick and tired of hearing that, but it is what it is. Sony knows it. Square knows it. They know that, hey, we start marketing this thing for the PS5. Look out. People are going to buy a PS5 for this thing. Because there's a lot of people that played it on the PS4, or even possibly early stages of PS5 to remake. They say, man, I can't wait till Rebirth. Like, it's PS5 only? Let's freaking go. Like, I'm super excited for that. So that's why I want to do this stream tonight, because like I got a lot of stuff to talk off my chest, and I just can't wait. I cannot wait for this. Like, you know, it's funny. Why would they do this? Oh, here's Integrate, here's Reunion, here's Rebirth. Okay, so I'm gonna explain this real quick. They want to celebrate the 25th anniversary, which is cool. This key art right here, that's not a coincidence. Everybody said that's just a cool key art that they made for the 25th anniversary. Yes, but they're also talking about. They also want to showcase that these three are going to play a major role in the Final Fantasy R trilogy. They already confirmed that Zack is going to play a big, major key role. He's one of the main characters of Rebirth. That's the truth of it. So these three right here are the main characters of Final Fantasy VII going forward now. They want us to play Integrate. You don't have to play Rebirth. Nomura stated that you can play Rebirth anytime, like without playing these two. But this is the format. They want us to play Remake, play Reunion, and then play Rebirth. If you play the first two down here, these two right here, then this is going to make more sense. However, if you don't want to be spoiled of this character's story arc for this, then you don't have to play that. You can go in blind if you want to. But me, I played both of these. I'm really super excited for this. So I'm just gonna let this loop for a little bit. We're gonna get the music back up. Oh, that's too loud. But yeah, it's just.
What we've done, that said in.
But anyways, I just want to wrap this up here because I've been talking for over 37 minutes. But you guys get the drift, right? I wish I had more people talk about this in the live chat, but thank you guys that joined me. Thank you for the wonderful video. I just want to get this out there, but I definitely want to wrap this up quickly because I do have more videos I want to make for Final Fantasy Rebirth leading up to possibly Summer Games Fest. And I'm super, super, super excited. So with that said, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. What do you guys think of this trailer? I want to know what you guys are thoughts and theories on this going forward. I'm just so excited for this game. Like, just the whole white feather talks. It's like Angio's reference to Angio, Zack and Cloud. Like, I believe, guys. I believe that Zack and Cloud are gonna meet in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth in some way or some way, somehow, some way. Because I just feel that, holy cow, like, this is gonna be super, super sick. Definitely something to be excited about. Like, I truly cannot wait, man. I just, like, come on, let me see more of this game, because we have word that Vincent Valentine is confirmed for this game by Steve Bloom. I talked about that before. Like Kat Shi, Kate Sith, he's gonna be confirmed for this game. Like they already had like models like created for him. Like they said, oh, he's not gonna be in part 1. Oh, so they kind of just tossed most of the ideas off to the side, but they used the Kat Shi CGI model, so that's why we got that. Far as this, like, I'm not gonna spoil this part. Everybody's freaking the hell out about this part right here. Is like, why is Cloud with Sephiroth? It's not what you guys think. For those of you that do not understand Final Fantasy VII, it's not what you think. It's not. I love to explain it to you, but you'll find out soon enough. Anyways, what a trailer! I know it's just a little teaser trailer from last year, June. I know a lot of people probably watched this so many times, but hey, you know what? I'm super excited. I cannot wait. It's just like, I want to go through this trailer again, just discuss it, because it's just something I really love. And I'm really super hyped for this game. Like, 16 is my most anticipated game of this year, yes. Is Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth even more hype for me if we get more information? Absolutely. Like, I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. Like, this is freaking crazy. Can't wait. So yeah, with that said, hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's been a wonderful discussion. I get my thoughts on there. I'm really super excited. But Aerith, what is her outcome gonna be? Like, is it gonna remain the same? Is it gonna change? Zach's gonna meet the party, I believe it. You guys know me if you haven't heard my theories by now. We are on the terrorist stamp timeline now. The Beagle stamp timeline is done. Like I said, I think what happened in Singularity put us all in the Name of Doom timeline. And like she said in the beginning, guys, like I discussed it earlier, Aerith said, what happened in the past, we can't change the past, right? What's done is done. We just focus on the future, even though it is written, it can still change. So keep that in mind. I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion video. It's been fun. I look forward to doing more videos on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I just wish we had more information, because right now we don't have much at all, and I'm feeling like I need more. And let me know in the comments below what you guys think of all this. Like, let me know what your theories are for Zack and Cloud. What you guys think what's going to happen to Aerith. Like, all these questions we got here. Let me know what you guys think. And like I said, I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Keep on keeping on. I'll catch you all on the next video.